All right, hello everybody. On to the next chapter of my vampire book, chapter 24, Reversing the Curse. Jerry made it right into Ruth's room and shook her awake. You better get out of here quick, he said as he turned on the light. Ruth was just waking up and looked at Jerry confused. What? Why? Jerry walked back to the door and stopped at the doorway. Because Wicket has flipped back to his old ways. He's already killed Jonathan. I don't know what he is doing now, but if I was you, I wouldn't take any chances. Ruth put her boots on and stood up. Wait, he killed Jonathan? That son of a bitch. I'm going to kill him. Jerry smiled. You could try, but I don't think you could. And if you did, you realize that you are in the middle of his club and his clan, and we will all go after you. So unless you have a death wish, I would just leave. Jerry walked out the room and quickly went to find Wicket. Ruth watched as Jerry turned the corner and left the room. She quickly walked down the hallway to the room where her team was. She opened the door a crack and slid in. She turned and was surprised to see her team sitting there fully dressed. What are you guys doing up? Bill stood up and exclaimed, Jerry came in here looking for you. We told him where to find you, and he said that we might want to get dressed. So what's up? Are they going to fight Craig's clan right now? Do they want us to help? Ruth looked at Bill and Nathan. No, Wicket has flipped out and is going crazy. He killed Jonathan, and Jerry said we might want to get out of here before we are next. Jonathan is dead? Nathan asked as he stood up. So when are we getting them back? Ruth broke down and sat on the bed closest to the bed. Wicket is too strong for us right now. We wouldn't last that long against this group, she said, fighting back tears. That may be, said Bill, but we have one thing that they don't have on our side. Ruth sniffled. Yeah, and what is that? The element of surprise, Bill said as he walked to the door and opened it a crack and looked out. You see, when they go down to get Craig, they won't find him, and instead we will have a trap set up for them. I like it, Nathan said. Ruth stood up, wiping tears from her eyes. I don't think it'll work right now, but I really don't care. Bill closed the door. Good, then we better go down to the dungeon area before they get there. They all grabbed their gear and walked out the door, making sure as to not be seen. Wicket was standing in front of the mirror that he had taken out of the closet and leaned it against the bed. He was looking in the mirror when Jerry came into the room. He stopped by the door, standing next to Devin and Sasha. What is he doing? He asked. Devin shook her head. I don't know. He has been standing there for the last couple of minutes, looking into the mirror. When we try to talk to him, he just ignores us. Jerry nodded as he stepped closer towards Wicket. Wicket, what are you doing? Wicket didn't even look at him. Jerry was almost standing next to the mirror when Wicket's eyes got big, and he stepped next to his brother and grabbed him by the shoulders. I have been an idiot, Jerry, he said as he picked Jerry up and moved him to the side and picked up the mirror so as to look behind it. I completely forgot about the curse of this mirror. You mean the curse that allows us to look at the mirror and actually see ourselves? Jerry asked. Wicket put the mirror back down and was holding a piece of paper in his hand. That is not the only thing about that curse. That is one part. Actually, every time we look at it and see ourselves, it is supposedly supposed to grab our souls from us. But since we don't have one to begin with, whoever made it must have been an idiot. Wicket was now standing in front of the mirror now with a big smile on his face. You see, what it does is actually take a curse away from you. In our case, it would take our immorality. But since I am cursed right now, all it will do is take away that curse and leave me with my immorality. But you can't be sure of that, Jerry said. The mirror itself is said to have been destroyed when the last person used it. That to me means that the thing is not to be trusted. You're just scared, Wicket said as he looked at the piece of paper in his hand. All I have to do is read this little chant, and I become human for 2 hours, then I should be curse free and back to my normal vampiric self. Wait, you become human? Devin asked. Yes, for 2 hours, Wicket said. Why, is that a problem or something? No, it might actually be a fix to one of our other problems. Jerry and Wicket turned and looked at her confused. Wicket, you said that it would be nice to have a kid. Well, since I obviously can't have one since I am dead, if you are going to be human for a couple of hours, then we can use your sperm. Okay, so you want me to beat it and save it? Wicket said confused. No, are you that dumb? You can fuck Sasha and get her pregnant, Devin said. Yeah, but how do you know that I will get her pregnant? There's no guarantee that I will get her knocked up. I'm not even sure if my guys can swim. Don't worry about all of that. I will make sure it happens, Devin said as she walked over to Sasha. and took her with her. Don't worry, we'll be back shortly, and you have better be a human by then. Wicket shook his head as he turned and looked back at the mirror. Wow, I never thought I would see the day when one woman wanted me to get another woman pregnant. Maybe I should have killed them when I had the chance. Jerry laughed. Yeah, right. We all know that you will never kill Devon, even if she had a stake to your heart. Now then, are you going to do this thing? Wicket looked at Jerry. Maybe you're right. Maybe I shouldn't do this. I mean, what if it doesn't work? What happened to the go ahead guy we had earlier? Jerry asked. The guy who was all crazed and ready to use this thing. That was before Devon said anything. True, she does have a way to change everything. We better hurry up and get it over with before she comes back. Yeah, I guess you're right, Wicket said as he turned back to the mirror and looked at it. He took a deep breath and then said, Mirror, mirror on the wall, why must you make this way when all I want is to be just like everybody else? Take my soul or take my curse. I don't have much to offer, but that is all I have to give. Wicket stopped talking and looked at the mirror. That's all you had to say? That didn't even rhyme or anything, Jerry said. Well, did it work? I don't know. I don't think so. Just then a black ray of light shot out of the mirror and hit Wicket in the chest. Wicket screamed out in agony and fell to his knees. Jerry stood there and watched as his brother stopped screaming and started laughing. The black light faded away into the mirror, and Jerry walked over to Wicket, who had stopped laughing and was now just on his knees, looking at the mirror. Are you okay? Wicket looked up at his brother and smiled. I feel fine. Yeah, but are you cured? Well, I guess we will find out. If I am human, then we will know if it worked. Wicket looked around the room. He tried to run to the other side of the room, but quickly fell over the clothes on the floor and then started to laugh. Jerry helped him back up. Well, I guess we know that you are human again. Yeah, I guess so, Wicket said as he stood back up. He was taking off some of the clothes off of his head and happened to touch his chest and felt his heartbeat. Wow, I forgot about how it feels to feel your own heart. Why, do you miss it? Wicket looked at Jerry and smiled. Not really. That is the end of chapter 24. The next chapter, 25, is Trapped. Hopefully I'll get it in the next couple of days. Hope to see you then. Bye.